Hi everyone, it's great to see you. You know that I love hydrangea, and last year I planted a couple panicle hydrangeas. Now this one I think isn't getting quite enough sun, but we do have a couple big blossoms and they are beautiful, so I still love them. And today I'm going to show you that I'm going to try a new experiment. I have never done this before, so I can't promise you that it's going to work, but I'm going to explain what I'm thinking about, and we'll see how it goes. It has to do with propagating Paniculata hydrangea. So I was fortunate enough to go to Mal Condon's propagation seminar in Cape Cod, and he knows all things hydrangea. Now, according to Mal, it's pretty easy to propagate hydrangea. Unlike those blue and pink mop heads that you sort of have to baby along for a couple years, you don't with paniculatas. So if you're interested in trying propagation with an easier hydrangea, this might be something you're interested in. So when you're propagating the panicle hydrangea, the reason you don't have to protect it as much is, well, first of all, it blooms off of that year's growth. So if it dies down to the ground, we don't care in the winter. It'll still grow in the spring and bloom off of that. The other thing is they're cold hardy down to, I want to say, zone 3, some of them zone 2. Like, these are real cold hardy. So you can propagate them into a pot and just leave the pot in your garden all winter, which is really nice. But the difference in what I'm going to do from just taking a regular cutting and putting it in the ground is that I'm going to take a very large cutting and see if I can get a head start on creating a standard form panicle, which is a hydrangea tree. So I'm going to begin by taking at least a 4-foot branch off here. This looks like a good one. It doesn't have a blossom on top and it goes down pretty far. So I'm going to just cut that off. You want some nice sharp snips to do that. And then you get this branch. Now, like with all hydrangeas that you're propagating, you don't need all these leaves. So I'm going to cut all the bottom leaves out and just leave some at the top. You do that right now. And I'm going to just take them right back to this main stem. Okay. And they all come off because we want it putting its energy into growing roots. Now, normally with your macrophylla hydrangea, you would dip it in a rooting hormone. You can do that if you would like to, but you don't really need to like you do for a macrophylla hydrangea. You can just leave it like this. Okay, I'm almost to the bottom here. Paniculata leaves are much smaller than our big leaf hydrangeas. Okay, there we go. And now I'm going to plant it up. So now we're going to see if it's as easy as they say it is. I have here a 5-gallon nursery pot. I've put in some potting mix and some compost there. So you don't have to be concerned with the medium nearly as much with the panicle hydrangeas. With your, oh, and there's a bunny rabbit right behind the camera. Oh my goodness, eating the flowers. But they don't like panicle hydrangeas, so we're good. With the macrophylla hydrangea, you do have to be careful. You want that light medium that you are going to be planting them in. You can put this in regular potting mix, no problem. You just going to put a dibbler in here. I'm using my stake to make my hole. Although this is probably sturdy enough, I could just put that in. And then I am going to stake this so it stays upright. I have a nice little bamboo stake here that I'm going to tie it to. And I'm going to tamp it down pretty well, so hopefully it stays. Okay, that's looking good. And I'm going to use some twine. If you have some plant tape that they sell or something kind of soft for your branches, that's good. I'm going to kind of tie it loosely here. And as Mal, he just briefly said he used this method when starting standards when he had a nursery. And he pretty much only said what I told you. Cut a 4-foot piece and take off the lower leaves. And I was like, okay, that's all I have to go on, but I'm going with it. With a standard, you start training it young so that there are no leaves here. This is going to be like the trunk of my hydrangea tree. And then the branches are going to come here. According to Mal, he figured this process saved him about 4 years from starting with a smaller cutting. We're starting with a much bigger branch, and we have this trunk already going strongly. I can't tell you if it's going to work or not, but I am fascinated to see if it does, because if it does, we're going to have hydrangea standards everywhere. I'm going to do just what he said and nestle this into the garden. I'm just going to put it with its mama here. There we go, and we'll see how it does. So we have it over here with its mama, all set here for the rest of the season, and I'm gonna leave it right here for the winter too. So in the winter, these leaves will fall off, and we'll just have a giant stick, and we shall see if it comes back in the spring. This is one that I will definitely be keeping you updated on. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.